Here are 3 trades this morning on the ES4 Renko on 12/8/2011. First trade was right here on this bar where I went short, and I got out of the trade where I put in this red diamond right here when the triangle completed and a green bar formed. This was a trade for a total of 3 points. It was a very questionable trade to me. Now, there was a fairly long squeeze right in here, and I entered the trade after the squeeze ended. I should have entered it on this bar, but I was really questioning whether to go short here or not, because you always trade in the direction of the swing cycle, and you go short if the swing cycle is below its variable band, which it was. However, the swing cycle was green in here, which indicated momentum was moving up. So yeah, to me it was a very questionable trade. I didn't think it would be a very profitable one, but I decided to take it, and fortunately I did come out with 3 points on the trade. Now here's the second trade of the morning. I entered the trade on this bar here. Even though there was still a green dot right here, the DMI differential indicator line was moving fairly strongly down away from the 0 line, and also it was coming off a squeeze right here, and this bar was just about where the swing cycle crossed below its variable band, and the Bollinger Band differential had turned red and was moving down below the Bollinger Bands. Here also the Dix was red, moving down here. The linear regression slope was moving down below its 0 line right here. So I went short on this bar, and I got out on this bar, and this was a 6-point trade, and I got out on this bar for no apparent reason. And looking at this trade, I have no idea why. I just wasn't comfortable with it and decided to get out of the trade. So I did. Here's the third and final trade of the morning. I went short after the swing cycle VB crossed below its variable band and turned red right in here, and the dots are all red. The DMI differential was moving down here. Dix was moving down. The down triangle had formed. The LRS was moving down, R squared up, and the Bollinger Band differential indicator line was moving down through the Bollinger Bands, right through here. The only thing against the trade here was the fact that the midline dashes were still green, but all the other indicators lined up, so you wouldn't let that stop you from taking the trade. And I got out of the trade right here when the bar turned green, and this was a 4-point trade. Once again, there was no good reason to get out of it. I just got out of it here. So first trade was 3 points, the second trade 6 points, and then this was a 4-point trade, so it was a total of 13 points for the morning. Now going back here, I got out of this trade intra-bar when there was still a yellow bar right in here, and as I said, I got out for no apparent reason, and you can see there was no good reason to get out of this trade, in that the swing cycle VB was still way down here, was still red, and the DMI differential dots were all still red, and the indicator was well below the dots. So don't always get as much you want out of a trade, but still 13 points for the morning was not a bad morning. If you'd like to learn more about these indicators, please visit my website at ninjaindicators, the number 4, the letter U.com.